First of all, Andrew, welcome back to Salford. How does it feel to have finally made the move back?
Yeah, it feels amazing, honestly. To come back and to be back at Salford is brilliant. You know, obviously I was born in Manchester, so not too far from here. So always been like a bit of a Manchester lad, really. So really happy to be back.
And this obviously reunites you with Paul Rowley after your sort of ventures at Toronto. How influential was he in your decision to move here, and what did he say to you prior to joining?
Yeah, Rolls has been massive for me throughout my career. We've always had a great relationship, and it's just kind of that I know what kind of culture he creates, and obviously you could see that with you guys last year, and it's a real team camaraderie really, and you know I've experienced that a lot through the two different clubs that I've played for Rolls previously. So I just know that buy-in that he gets from the players really, and that's definitely what drew me here, because that's really important to me is that camaraderie amongst the players, and you know that the group ethos, because you see those people every day, and that kind of dictates how your time goes. So I'm really looking forward to that.
And Paul's brought this attacking, expansive style of rugby to the club. How much are you looking forward to getting involved with that?
Yeah, I've like I said, I've experienced that twice as well with the playing side of things, and you know it's really clear cut what he wants from you, and that's you know really good. And as a player, you know exactly what you're going out and doing. So, you know, I'll be really happy to get back into that and play with that again.
And we've got a nice mixture of youth and experience in our pack at the moment. Obviously, new signings like Ollie Partington, Adam Sidlow, sort of the already established players like Jack Ormondroyd, King Vuniyawa. What is it that you can bring to the armoury in them sort of forward areas?
Yeah, just really like the same thing I've brought all the way throughout my career. Really, is just hard work. Just doing the little things that the boys need, and that's the main thing that I bring is hard work really, and just doing my job.
And obviously you said to us before recording that you've played with a few of the lads before. Did you speak to any of them before here? What did they say about the place?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I spoke to a lot of the guys there, like obviously Andy Ackers and Ryan Braley, and you know a lot of the other boys, and they just said it's really good, and they're really enjoying the rugby and enjoying the time here. And that like I said, it's because you obviously see these people every day. It's really important. So, you know, if people speak so highly of the place, then that's amazing.
And Salford enjoyed a really successful last season. We're really unfortunate to miss out on the big dance in the end. Have you set yourself any sort of personal and collective aims and objectives for next season already?
Yeah, so I always have like a bit of a off-season review really of the previous season and what I want for myself going forward. And yeah, it's obviously whenever you come to a new club, you want to establish yourself in the team and get those combinations going with different players. As a back rower, you spend a lot of time with different halfbacks, and that can dictate what side of the pitch you're on, which halfback you're playing with, and it's timing, things like that. So it'll be largely based on those relationships with other players and working with them, and then obviously the personal goals that I'll set for myself as well.
And you mentioned the halfbacks. We can't go an interview without mentioning Brodie Croft at the moment. How much are you looking forward to sort of linking up with him and Mark Sneed in that area of the field?
Yeah, I was just about to say, obviously, Sneedy as well, and we played together last time I was at Salford here, and, you know, they obviously showed how well they worked together last year, and yeah, that's massive for a team. I think you saw a lot of teams last year who didn't have that, struggled, and Salford obviously did have that, and they got it really right. And that's really important for how Rolls plays as well. And those two guys were great last year, and obviously, you know, being successful next year, we'll want to replicate that. So, you know, both those guys bring different things, but both equally as important to the team.
And I'm interested to hear about Callum. You said you worked with him at an England camp before. You obviously made the move to the back row this last season. What have you made of sort of his development? And his story, of course, is pretty incredible, bouncing back to sort of be involved in the World Cup this season. What do you remember of him as a person, and how much are you looking forward to him working with him in that area of the field as well?
Yeah, so we were really young. We were like 18 years old really when we went to Australia together. And he's a great guy on and off the field, but he always had all the attributes of a back rower anyway, which obviously that's probably one of the reasons why Rolls moved him in there. You know, being in the back row, if you're tall, it really helps. And then obviously with a turn of pace, it can, because you've got to chase the opposite halfback, essentially, it helps a lot. So I think that was probably just a natural progression for him, and then obviously this year he's showcased that and done really well. So I'm really happy for him. It's brilliant to see, really. But you always knew he had that in his locker from his time at Leeds anyway.
And you obviously have been here before. You won the club's Player of the Year in 2013. Do you have any sort of particular memories of your previous stint here?
Yeah. So when I first came to Salford, we didn't have a lot. But we had that team camaraderie, like I spoke about before. Obviously, with people like Mark Sneed and Adam Sidlow and things like that, we really banded together as a team because we didn't have a lot, which was really good. And then obviously the club progressed over the years and now is in a really good place, which is great to see. Like I said before, being like born in Manchester, it's great to see the club in a really good place now. But yeah, you notice when guys as a group come together to achieve one goal, it's really special. So that's the same thing that even though the club's in a better place, the club had last year. Was that group pulling together to achieve something. So it's great to see the club in a better place, but also taking that togetherness, what we had then, and using it now, but obviously being in a better place.
And finally, how much are you sort of looking forward to reuniting with the fans at the AJ Bell Stadium next year?
Yeah, honestly, they've always been great with me, and I can't wait to get back out there. It was always one of my favourite places to play, especially for the turf as well. As a player, the turf is amazing. So, I can't wait to get back out there in front of the fans and give everything, really.